Could one of the strongest relationships in Little People, Big World, really be falling apart? Why have social media posts suddenly started claiming that Chris Marek has walked away from Amy Roloff? And is there any verified evidence behind these dramatic headlines? Or are fans witnessing another wave of internet speculation? In recent weeks, eye-catching thumbnails and viral posts have fueled rumors that Amy and Chris's marriage is in serious trouble. Some even suggest Chris has completely disappeared from Amy's life. But where did these claims actually come from? Are they based on confirmed facts, or have ordinary social media gaps been transformed into sensational stories? Today, we're taking a careful look at what has been publicly shared, what remains unverified, and why rumors surrounding reality TV stars can spread faster than the truth. We'll revisit Amy and Chris's relationship, examine the timeline behind the latest claims, and separate confirmed information from fan theories. Because sometimes the biggest story isn't a shocking breakup, it's how quickly speculation can convince people that one has already happened. So before believing the headlines, stay with us as we uncover what's really known about Amy Roloff and Chris Marek's relationship, and why the full picture may be very different from what you've seen online. For nearly 2 decades, Amy Roloff has allowed viewers into some of the most important moments of her life through Little People, Big World. Fans have watched her build a family, help establish Roloff Farms as a beloved destination, navigate the challenges of marriage and divorce, and embrace new beginnings after years of personal change. Because audiences have followed so much of her journey, many feel deeply connected to every new chapter of her story. One of the happiest chapters began when Chris Marek entered Amy's life. After several years of dating, the couple married in 2021 in a beautiful ceremony at Roloff Farms, marking what many fans viewed as a fresh start filled with optimism. Since then, Amy and Chris have occasionally shared moments from their travels, home projects, family gatherings, and everyday life, giving viewers the impression of a supportive and loving partnership built on mutual respect. But being public figures also comes with a downside. Every period of reduced social media activity, every missed appearance, and every ordinary life change can quickly become the subject of online speculation. In recent weeks, dramatic YouTube thumbnails, Facebook posts, and viral social media claims have suggested that Chris has walked away from Amy or that their marriage has quietly come to an end. These attention-grabbing headlines have spread rapidly, leaving many longtime viewers wondering whether there's any truth behind them. The challenge is that viral rumors often travel much faster than verified information. A single misleading headline can be repeated across multiple platforms until it begins to appear believable, even when no credible evidence supports the claim. That's why it's important to separate speculation from documented facts rather than relying on sensational posts designed primarily to attract clicks. In today's video, we'll carefully examine where these rumors appear to have originated, review the public timeline of Amy and Chris's relationship, and compare the claims circulating online with information that has actually been shared publicly. We'll also explore why reality television personalities frequently become targets of exaggerated stories, and how fan discussions can sometimes turn ordinary events into major controversies. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of what is confirmed, what remains unverified, and why it's always worth looking beyond the headlines before drawing conclusions about the lives of people we watch on television. After years of navigating major life changes, Amy Roloff eventually found herself opening the door to a new chapter. Following the end of her long marriage, she focused on rebuilding her life, spending more time with family, pursuing new opportunities, and gradually becoming comfortable with the idea of dating again. It was during this period that she met Chris Marek, a real estate professional whose calm personality immediately stood out to her. Unlike Amy, Chris had lived much of his life away from reality television. He wasn't searching for fame, and in many ways seemed perfectly content with a quiet, private lifestyle. Their relationship developed gradually, giving them time to learn about one another away from the pressure of rushing into commitment. Fans watched as Amy appeared increasingly confident and optimistic whenever she spoke about Chris, describing him as someone who encouraged her and brought stability into her life. As their relationship grew stronger, Chris slowly became part of the extended Roloff family. Viewers saw him attending family gatherings, celebrating holidays, participating in farm events, and getting to know Amy's children and grandchildren. Becoming part of such a well-known family wasn't always simple, especially with cameras documenting many personal moments, but Chris generally approached those situations with patience and respect. Over time, the couple became one of the most talked-about success stories on Little People, Big World. Their interactions often reflected humor, mutual support, and a willingness to compromise despite their different personalities. Amy was energetic and emotionally expressive, while Chris often appeared calm and thoughtful. Many viewers felt those differences complemented each other rather than creating conflict. The relationship reached another milestone when Chris proposed. The engagement was celebrated by many longtime fans who had followed Amy's journey through both difficult and joyful moments. For many viewers, it represented far more than a wedding announcement. It symbolized a fresh beginning after years of personal challenges. Their wedding at Roloff Farms became one of the happiest events featured in recent years. Surrounded by family, friends, and the familiar setting that had played such a significant role throughout Amy's life, the ceremony offered an emotional conclusion to one chapter and the beginning of another. Fans appreciated seeing Amy smiling confidently as she embraced this new stage of life. Marriage brought new routines and shared experiences. The couple enjoyed traveling together, taking road trips, riding motorcycles, exploring new destinations, and spending time with friends. Amy frequently shared moments from these adventures, giving viewers a glimpse into a life that seemed relaxed and fulfilling beyond television. Public appearances over the years reinforced that image. Whether attending charity events, participating in interviews, or appearing together on social media, Amy and Chris often presented themselves as supportive partners who enjoyed spending time together. While every marriage experiences ordinary challenges, many fans believed the couple had built a strong foundation based on communication, respect, and shared interests. Because viewers had witnessed Amy's entire journey, from marriage and divorce to finding love again, many became emotionally invested in her happiness. For those supporters, Chris represented not only a husband, but also someone who helped Amy rediscover confidence and optimism after one of the most difficult periods of her life. Despite years of positive public appearances, recent online rumors suddenly suggested that Chris Marek had disappeared from Amy's life. Dramatic headlines began appearing across social media, accompanied by eye-catching thumbnails featuring emotional expressions, bold text, and claims that the couple's marriage had fallen apart. For many fans, those headlines raised immediate questions. However, the internet has a long history of rewarding sensational stories. Content creators sometimes use exaggerated titles or misleading images designed to encourage clicks before viewers have a chance to verify the information. A headline can sound dramatic even when the actual evidence behind it is limited or completely absent. In many cases, edited thumbnails add to the confusion. Images may combine separate photographs, alter facial expressions, or include text implying events that never actually happened. Someone scrolling quickly through social media can easily mistake these edited graphics for genuine news reports. Social media speculation also spreads remarkably fast. One person's guess can be repeated by dozens of others, eventually creating the impression that a rumor has been confirmed. Before long, countless posts begin asking the same question, not because new evidence has emerged, but because everyone is reacting to the same unverified claim. Another factor is the way fans interpret changes in public activity. If Amy and Chris post fewer photos together for a period of time, some followers immediately begin wondering whether something has gone wrong. In reality, many public figures simply choose to spend time away from social media or focus on private family activities without documenting every moment online. Reduced public appearances can have a similar effect. When viewers become accustomed to seeing a couple regularly, even a short absence may lead to unnecessary speculation. Yet there are countless ordinary explanations, including travel, work commitments, filming schedules, or simply taking a break from public attention. The speed at which online rumors travel makes it especially important to distinguish speculation from verified information. Reliable reporting depends on confirmed statements, credible sources, or public evidence, not assumptions based on silence or social media gaps. As of the period covered in this discussion, many of the dramatic claims circulating online rely primarily on speculation rather than confirmed public announcements. That doesn't mean fans shouldn't ask questions. It simply means those questions deserve careful investigation before being accepted as fact. Throughout the remainder of this documentary, we'll continue examining the timeline, the publicly available information, and the claims that have fueled these rumors, while clearly separating verified facts from online speculation. As Little People, Big World entered its more recent seasons, many longtime viewers noticed that the pace of the family's public life began to change. After spending years allowing cameras into their home, relationships, holidays, and personal milestones, several members of the Roloff family appeared to place greater value on privacy. That shift naturally led some fans to wonder whether less screen time meant something significant had happened behind the scenes. In reality, choosing a quieter lifestyle is common for many reality television personalities after years in the spotlight. Chris Marek has often come across as someone who enjoys a relatively low-profile lifestyle. Even after becoming part of one of TLC's most recognizable families, he has generally appeared more comfortable focusing on everyday life than constantly seeking public attention. While he has participated in the show and attended public events alongside Amy, he has never built his public image around frequent social media updates or constant media appearances. For many people, maintaining personal boundaries simply reflects personality rather than hidden problems. Amy Roloff, meanwhile, has continued pursuing projects beyond television. Through speaking engagements, cookbooks, online content, charitable work, and her various business ventures, she has built a career that extends well beyond Little People, Big World. Instead of relying entirely on the television series, Amy has gradually expanded into opportunities that allow her to connect with supporters while maintaining greater control over her schedule. That transition represents a natural evolution for someone who has spent decades in the public eye. Family has also remained an important priority. Like many parents and grandparents, Amy has often shared that spending time with children and grandchildren matters more than maintaining a constant television presence. Whether celebrating holidays, attending family gatherings, or simply enjoying quiet moments at home, those experiences rarely generate dramatic headlines, but they often become the most meaningful parts of everyday life. Another topic that occasionally surfaces is retirement. Both Amy and Chris have reached a stage where conversations about slowing down, traveling, and enjoying a less demanding schedule are entirely understandable. Retirement planning does not necessarily mean stepping away from each other or facing relationship challenges. Instead, it often reflects practical discussions about finances, future goals, and how they want to spend the next chapter of their lives together. Living away from television cameras can also bring a welcome sense of normalcy. Reality television captures only selected moments, while most daily routines remain unseen. Grocery shopping, home projects, vacations, family dinners, and quiet evenings rarely become episodes, even though they make up the majority of a couple's life. As a result, viewers sometimes mistake the absence of updates for the absence of happiness. Social media creates a similar misunderstanding. Many celebrities choose to post less frequently for reasons ranging from privacy to simply wanting to enjoy life without documenting every experience. A quieter Instagram or Facebook account is not proof that a relationship is in trouble. In many cases, it simply means the couple has decided to keep more of their lives offline rather than sharing every milestone with millions of followers. Ultimately, stepping back from public attention should not automatically be interpreted as evidence of conflict. While fans naturally remain curious about Amy and Chris, respecting the distinction between public entertainment and private life is important. Sometimes the most stable relationships are simply the ones that no longer feel the need to provide constant updates. One reason rumors surrounding Amy Roloff and Chris Marek gain so much traction is the extraordinary emotional connection viewers have built with the Roloff family over nearly 2 decades. Fans have watched birthdays, weddings, graduations, family disagreements, business decisions, and deeply personal milestones unfold on television. After following a family for so many years, it's understandable that many viewers feel emotionally invested in what happens next. Psychologists often describe this as a parasocial relationship, a one-sided emotional connection in which audiences feel they know public figures personally despite never meeting them. These relationships are common with television personalities, YouTubers, and celebrities. Because viewers have welcomed the Roloffs into their homes for years, many genuinely care about their happiness and well-being. That emotional investment, however, can sometimes make fans more vulnerable to alarming headlines. A single rumor suggesting that Amy and Chris are separating can spread rapidly because people immediately want answers. Before long, thousands of comments, reaction videos, and social media posts begin repeating the same claim, even if no verified evidence supports it. Modern social media platforms accelerate this process dramatically. Content that generates strong emotional reactions, especially surprise, fear, or outrage, is more likely to be shared, recommended, and discussed. As more users engage with a rumor, algorithms may continue promoting similar posts, creating the impression that everyone is talking about it. In reality, widespread discussion does not automatically make a story true. Online fan communities further amplify speculation. Discussion forums, Facebook groups, TikTok clips, and comment sections often become places where viewers exchange theories based on small observations. A missed public appearance, fewer photographs together, or a pause in social media activity can quickly become the foundation for elaborate stories that extend far beyond the available facts. YouTube also plays a significant role. Dramatic titles, emotional thumbnails, and sensational wording naturally attract more clicks than cautious headlines. Videos asking questions like, "Is it over?" or "Did Chris leave Amy?" often generate curiosity, even when the content itself ultimately provides little or no verified evidence. This style of presentation is commonly known as clickbait, designed to encourage viewers to click before they know the full story. None of this means that every creator intentionally spreads misinformation. Some genuinely analyze rumors while clearly distinguishing between speculation and confirmed reporting. Others, however, may prioritize attention-grabbing narratives over careful fact-checking. That's why it's important for viewers to consider the source of any claim and look for statements supported by credible, verifiable information. There's also an important difference between concern and confirmed news. Fans may sincerely worry about Amy and Chris because they care about them, and that concern comes from years of following their journey. But concern alone should never be mistaken for evidence. Responsible reporting relies on verified public statements, reliable sources, or documented facts, not assumptions based on silence or reduced online activity. As viewers, it's natural to hope the people we've watched for years are doing well. At the same time, separating genuine concern from unsupported speculation helps create a healthier conversation, one that respects both the audience's curiosity and the individual's right to privacy. When rumors begin spreading online, the most reliable place to look is the information Amy Roloff and Chris Marek have actually chosen to share publicly. Despite countless social media posts suggesting that Chris has left Amy or that their marriage is in trouble, there has been no verified public statement from either of them confirming a separation. That distinction matters because speculation often grows much faster than facts. Over the years, Amy and Chris have continued making occasional public appearances together at family gatherings, community events, interviews, and fan-related activities. While they are not constantly posting every aspect of their lives online, that isn't unusual. Many public figures gradually reduce how much they share after years of living in front of television cameras. A quieter online presence shouldn't automatically be interpreted as evidence that something is wrong behind the scenes. Amy has also remained active with many of the projects that viewers have come to recognize. From speaking engagements to cookbook promotions and sharing moments from everyday life, she has continued engaging with supporters in ways that reflect her interests beyond reality television. Chris, meanwhile, has generally maintained the more private personality that fans have seen throughout his time on Little People, Big World. Even before becoming a television personality, he wasn't someone who sought constant public attention. Another important point is their continued involvement with family. Amy has always emphasized how important her children and grandchildren are to her, and many of the public updates shared over recent years have focused on family celebrations, holidays, birthdays, and spending time together. Chris has also appeared comfortable participating in many of these occasions, supporting Amy while maintaining his own independent interests. Public interviews have also provided insight into their relationship. Whenever Amy and Chris have discussed married life, they have generally spoken about the normal adjustments that every couple experiences. They have acknowledged that marriage requires communication, patience, and compromise, especially after both partners have already established independent lives before marrying. Those conversations reflect ordinary relationship realities rather than dramatic evidence of conflict. Their shared hobbies continue to be one of the strongest themes that fans associate with them. Whether traveling, taking road trips, riding motorcycles, exploring new places, or simply enjoying quieter moments together, these activities have long been part of their relationship. Couples don't have to document every outing online for those experiences to continue. Perhaps the biggest lesson from all of this is that the absence of evidence should never be treated as evidence of a breakup. If someone doesn't post photographs for several weeks or months, that alone tells us very little. Social media offers only carefully selected snapshots of people's lives, not the complete picture. Assuming the worst simply because public updates become less frequent often creates unnecessary confusion. It's also worth remembering that Amy and Chris deserve the same privacy that any married couple would expect. Reality television gave audiences a unique window into portions of their lives, but it never promised complete access to every conversation, disagreement, or decision. Respecting those boundaries helps ensure discussions remain fair and grounded in verified information rather than assumptions. As viewers, it's natural to feel invested in relationships we've watched develop over many years. But being supportive also means resisting the temptation to treat every rumor as fact. Until credible evidence suggests otherwise, caution remains the most responsible approach when discussing their marriage. Section 6, 51, 005700. What the future could hold. Looking ahead, many fans continue wondering what comes next for Amy Roloff, Chris Marek, and the extended Roloff family. Although the future of Little People, Big World has generated plenty of discussion, only official announcements can confirm whether additional television projects or appearances will happen. Until then, much remains uncertain. Regardless of what happens with television, family milestones will almost certainly continue playing a central role in Amy's life. Weddings, birthdays, holidays, grandchildren growing older, and other celebrations have always been among the moments she enjoys sharing most. Those occasions often remind viewers that family remains her highest priority. Amy also has several interests that extend beyond reality television. Throughout the years, she has focused on cooking, writing, speaking engagements, and connecting with supporters through various projects. These activities allow her to maintain a public presence while pursuing passions that existed long before many of today's online rumors appeared. Chris likewise has interests outside the entertainment industry. Fans have long associated him with his enthusiasm for motorcycles, travel, outdoor adventures, and maintaining a relatively low-profile lifestyle. Rather than seeking constant attention, he has often appeared happiest enjoying everyday experiences away from television production schedules. Every marriage naturally evolves over time. The excitement surrounding dating eventually gives way to the routines of everyday life, and couples continue learning how to balance careers, family responsibilities, friendships, and personal interests. Change isn't automatically a sign that a relationship is failing. In many cases, it's simply part of building a lasting partnership. Healthy communication also remains one of the most important ingredients in any successful marriage. Amy and Chris have publicly acknowledged that relationships require listening, understanding, compromise, and patience. Those lessons apply not only to them, but to virtually every couple navigating life's changes together. Many longtime viewers continue hoping the couple enjoys many more happy years together. After following Amy's journey through difficult chapters, including divorce and rebuilding her life, fans naturally want to see her find lasting happiness. Chris has become an important part of that story, and many supporters appreciate the steady presence he has brought into her life. At the same time, optimism should always be balanced with respect for privacy. Public figures aren't obligated to answer every rumor or respond to every social media theory. Sometimes the healthiest approach is allowing people the space to live their lives without demanding constant updates. Ultimately, the most responsible way to follow Amy and Chris's story is to wait for confirmed information from credible sources or from the couple themselves. Rumors may generate attention for a few days, but verified facts provide a much clearer picture. Until then, patience remains far more valuable than speculation. As we've seen throughout this video, many of the dramatic claims circulating online about Amy Roloff and Chris Marek rely on speculation rather than verified public information. Eye-catching headlines and viral social media posts can spread quickly, but they don't automatically reflect reality. At the time of this discussion, there has been no verified public confirmation that the couple has ended their marriage, making it important to separate internet rumors from confirmed facts. Amy and Chris have shared a remarkable portion of their lives with viewers through Little People, Big World, allowing fans to witness both joyful milestones and personal challenges. However, being public figures doesn't mean every aspect of their relationship belongs in the public domain. Like any couple, they deserve privacy as they navigate their lives away from television cameras. Whether future updates bring new television appearances, family celebrations, exciting personal projects, or simply a quieter chapter outside the spotlight, the best approach is to remain patient and rely on credible information rather than sensational claims. Respect for privacy, thoughtful discussion, and a commitment to verified facts help create a healthier conversation for everyone involved. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you for your support, and until next time, take care.